to the latest episode of Hidden Pearls Inspiring Stories. Now, today we have an incredibly special guest. She is Marlini, an experienced and compassionate doula who has been a pillar of support for countless mothers to be. Now, Marlini's expertise lies in guiding women through the beautiful yet challenging journey of pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum. Now, whether you are expecting, planning to start a family, or simply curious about how a doula can make a difference, this episode is packed with insights, tips, and heartfelt stories. Now, Marlini is here to share her wisdom on creating a positive birth experience, navigating challenges, and finding empowerment in one of life's most transformative moments. So let's grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into this inspiring conversation with Marlini. Hi, so welcome to a brand new episode. Today we have on Hidden Pearls and Inspiring Stories, Doula Marlini. Now, Marlini, first and foremost, I want to thank you for accepting this invitation. And maybe you want to give an introduction of yourself to our listeners.
Hello, good afternoon. Okay, I'm Doula Marlini, and then I have been a doula for like over 12 years, and within the community in Australia, and a little time actually within Singapore, and I'm a mother of four. I'm holding a full-time job as well as a community worker. Yeah. Thank you, Nora.
MashaAllah, no problem. It's my pleasure. Okay, now I want to ask you this question. It has always been ringing in my head, though.
Okay.
What is the difference? What is the difference between a doula and a midwife in hospital? I mean, what does a doula do?
Okay, that's a tough question actually, because
Okay.
a lot of people actually ask me about this question lah, like the difference between midwife and also a doula, a birth doula, to be precise lah. Yeah, because like for midwife, we have to attend the medical school, to my understanding, and then to get certified, and then to learn about all the physiology and biology of a person in depth. Okay, so it's like going for a nursing course, so you have to go through all that, and then it's like a specialist kind of
Okay.
profession lah. Yeah,
Training. Right.
trade, all
Okay.
that. Yeah. So, but for doula, we almost learn the similar modules, but we are not practicing the medical aspect of it lah. Yeah, and we are
Mhm.
more on coaching, and then be present for the mom to actually
Mhm.
help her to go through the process of pregnancy, and then getting
Mhm.
her ready emotionally. It's more on the mental health part lah. Yeah, and of course,
Oh, so
yeah. Sorry.
go on. It's okay. Sorry.
Of course, that we have to know a little bit here and there about the medical terms, but we don't have
Mhm.
to know in depth, because at the end of the day, we are not the one actually performing the medical to execute all these medical so-called procedures. It will be like the midwife
Mm.
itself, the doctors, the gynae, and then the nurses that's in charge, or within the team lah. Yeah, so we are usually focusing on the mother's well-being, their mental health, what they need, empower them, be not say be their voice, but help them to find their voice. So sometimes, like
Wow.
they are so confused, like with all the different medical terms that they need to remember, what are allowed and not allowed, you see. And all these myths, sometimes culture comes in as well, so we are there to
Mm.
be neutral for their mental health, and
Wow.
assist them in a little bit here and there about the choices that they made. They decided to do this based on their birth plan, um,
Mhm.
and then like take charge of the decision, and then ensure also that when they decide on something for their birth, they are able to cope with the outcome of the birth itself, because you see, whatever birth plan that we do, right, I mean, the outcome wouldn't be the same for everybody. And then whatever you are
Mhm.
planning, you have planned, it doesn't come exactly what you have already envisioned. Yeah. So
Mm.
we are there to actually guide them and also assure them that these are something that you plan. You have goals for you to actually assist the transition of your baby into this world, and of course looking at their medical background as well. We have to learn a little bit about their medical background so that nutrition wise, like physical exercise, all that fit them, and they are not or they are not overwhelmed with whatever so-called medical terms that is being like bombarded to them, because you see
Mm.
medical terms
Mm.
can be very cheap, and then
Yeah.
like for even not just for first time mothers, sometimes like people like me or having fourth kid, or someone else like
Mm.
having three for six pregnancy, it can be a bit overwhelming, like you're trying to master
Yeah.
every word, CC, every medical terms that you need to pay
Yeah.
attention, the high blood, how
And
high it.
also, yeah, correct. And also, every pregnancy is different. It's not the
Yes,
same.
correct,
Kan?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
basically, you were telling me, wow, macam doula is very important. You are like a cheerleader. You
yeah,
are like a birth partner. You are like a therapist rolled in one.
correct,
For this mother to be. So
yes,
this one, it's you are not only there during the delivery. I'm assuming that you are there with the mom pre-delivery lah, from the
correct, yes.
moment of her point of pregnancy. Correct.
Yes. Okay. So, like doula support is varies. Okay, and it also
Okay.
depends on the individual doula. For example, like you can be
Mm.
a nurse, but
Mhm.
you have different roles, right? And
Mm.
then a doula actually so-called personalize what the client wants, actually the needs of the.
Oh, I see.
So for example, like a particular mom,
Mm.
she doesn't have a mental trauma or past trauma. Another mom actually have
Okay.
a past trauma. So you have to actually study and learn and research, and make her open up to you, to her comfortable level, so that you can actually be mindful with your words as well. How you actually push her but not being pushy, how you can actually encourage her but not being too dominant towards her decision. Yeah. Because and also our values, right? We shouldn't be imposing on the
Mm.
client. Yeah, even though we know
Mm.
that, okay, by doing this, at least 90% you can achieve your goals, but that's not the way how it has to be done. You cannot just make her listen to you lah. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's a little
I
bit
see.
different, depending on the different doula as well. For example,
Right.
in general, both doula do the basic doula support, but you might have a skill of massaging, you might have a skill of counseling, you might have a skill of
Oh.
cooking extra nutritious food. So I'm blessed because thank God, alhamdulillah, because I have some skills that is outside the birth doula range. So I actually impart it together, incorporated, and then it become
Mm.
like a holistic support. Yeah. So I would do
Okay.
the
When you say
massage.
holistic, what's included in your services as a doula?
I included pregnancy counseling,
Okay.
breastfeeding counseling as well. So when I talk about counseling, because I'm trained in a counseling
Sector.
so-called sector, not so depth in it, but then I'm
Mhm.
able to actually support the mom when they have trauma, past trauma,
Okay.
because past trauma can
Right.
actually affect your birth as well. How you see your
Mm.
pregnancy, how positive can it be, how negative can it be. Okay, so
Mm.
these are very important actually. It's not just about the birth itself.
Yeah.
Anyone, most mom, most women can go through birth without problem, without
Mm.
having so-called complications. But deep inside, right, they are actually affected by certain issues that they haven't
Mm.
talk about it, childhood
Yeah.
or relationship, all that. So these are
Mm.
something you don't have to know 100%, but at least find out
Mhm.
about profile of your client so that you are able to support
Right.
them correctly. Yeah.
Mm.
And I
Okay,
would,
speaking of, I wish I met you, I wish I met you when I was pregnant with Naila, because I
oh,
remember when I was experiencing pregnancy the first time, right? I
yeah.
was more I was more interested in getting the a nice stroller. McLaren must be branded, get a nice
Yes,
cot,
yes,
decorate the room, and then
yes,
all
yes.
the pregnancy dresses and fashion. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, so when I actually gave birth, I felt macam, itu semua tak penting,
Penting
like I felt
juga
like,
lah.
oh no.
Yeah. I
Kan?
mean, it's
So if I want to ask you, because I'm sure there are a lot of pregnant listeners here, like what is that one tip every mom to be should know about
yeah,
preparing for childbirth? Don't talk about pregnancy
correct.
fashion. Don't talk about the latest cot or stroller. Don't talk about that. But what is that one important tip that they should know?
It's actually hard to to give one tip lah, because
Yeah.
um like different moms needs are different. It varies. But I would say that if you're talking about emotional needs, I think
Mm,
we have to the mom needs to hear her voice lah, like what she wants exactly. Yeah, like confident, the confident level, because no matter how much you pour in all the information to the mom, and then like giving all tips, like okay, you carry your baby like this, you put your baby like this, the moment the baby transit out to the earth, and then that's how you have to hold your baby, all that. That is something so-called general, that we can give that words of so-called comforting to the mother. But I would say that the most important thing is the mother itself, right? Need
mm,
to be certain what she wants. Need
mm.
to be
When you
certain
say
that
what she wants is what for her childbirth, like whether natural or is it or C-section? Is it that kind of choice? Are you talking about that?
no, it's like she just
Okay.
have to be certain of whatever decision that she's going to make impromptu,
Mm,
because you don't know what's going to happen, right? What is the
mm,
outcome of the birth? So whatever
mm.
whatever the outcome is, she needs to be certain to respond with that outcome.
Right.
That I think that is very important lah. From my
Mm,
experience, that is very important, because regardless whether you are having a vagina natural birth, I wouldn't say
mm,
vagina birth is natural, because
mhm.
we don't most of some of the doula don't actually call that a natural birth, because when
Right.
you had a C-section, you can do it naturally. You can do it very so-called calmly. You don't have to be riot, like most of some moms going through C-section, and they say that it's a ruckus, it's like hectic, and then you know but you can do it calmly, because even if you have a vagina birth, it can be very chaos, it can be very chaotic. So we try, I mean, a group of myself and some other doula comrades actually try not to implant this to mothers mindset that when you have a vagina birth, that means you will have a calm birth, which is not fair to other mothers who are actually not going through vagina birth. This is really not fair. And then you are actually one of the people who actually trigger their postnatal depression later on. Okay, so don't
It's
contribute that.
true.
Yeah, don't
I love
contribute.
this. I
Don't be a
love this.
contributor.
Correct, yeah, because I agree, because yeah, I mean, a lot of people say natural delivery, and the vaginal delivery is not natural when it's very chaotic, because that was
Yeah.
I had a very long delivery first time with Naila, but I had the calmest C-section delivery for Oma, and that felt natural.
Yeah. So don't
Yeah.
you see there's always the thing where when they engage a doula, right? They wanted a doula because they want a natural birth, which they call it a vagina birth. But from my group of friends lah, doula friends, because doula there's a lot of doula in this world, okay. But then because we have different school of thoughts, you see. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe because the team that I'm in, I work with like, do some collaboration together. We do not want to impose this mindset to mothers and making them so stressed and getting them so worried unnecessarily and then scared. This will actually disturb their healing process during their postnatal period. This is the truth, because I mean, I've gone through with so many moms, and then after that they had c-section, or first, or they have vaginal birth first, and then after that c-section first. You can see the difference. And then some of them like to pour this, impose this mindset that, oh, if you had a vaginal birth, you will slim faster. Absolutely not true. Okay, it's
Mm.
all about willpower. That's why I said the mom has to learn how to be certain of the decision that she decided, and then she has to be open-minded, with an open mind, to actually accept, embrace, acknowledge whatever outcome that she's going to have. Birth plan is
Beautiful.
Yeah, birth plan is there to guide you, okay, but I
Right.
think my duty as a birth doula, actually more to the mental health of a mom, because I feel that
Mm.
when the mental health of the mom is taken care of during pregnancy, and then whatever problem or trauma that she has before that, even the slightest trauma, okay, or slightest stress itself can be rectified, can be identified, even if it's not rectified, but at least get her to talk to you, open up, and then express, bottle up, don't bottle up. You will see that regardless whether it's a c-section or it's a vaginal birth, the birth is beautiful. the
Agree.
birth the birth
Okay.
is smooth, and even the
Yep.
process of confinement, she heals faster. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, now we're going to talk about like postpartum, because
Mm.
personally for me, I feel like postpartum is the most challenging period for myself, and I'm sure for
Mhm.
many women out there. So I know you guide a lot of moms, but do you also give advice to the partners? Like how can their partners or even family, right, support new moms during this very sensitive time?
I do, provided if the partners are also receptive to supporting. Okay, I would say that whether the partners are domestic enough, because some partners are not domestic. So when you are not
Mm,
domestic, you don't have that so-called understanding of the chores at home is not just done by women. Naturally the partners will actually step in, or ask
mm,
questions, or even if not asking question, when we actually suggested something, they will try their best to actually do it, execute it, and then at least to the point, like, take the baby clothes, put in the washer, and then after
mm.
that, fold it after drying. That's a little thing, but the wife will actually appreciate it, because you are present, even though you don't do much, but you're present. You see, because I
Oh, so
think,
true.
right, women are actually multitasker, you see, natural
Yeah,
by nature, okay. So we
by
can,
nature. Mm,
yeah, even if we are tired, all that, we can actually just do things, because we know that it's a responsibility. The maternal responsibility is naturally there, correct? So we
mm,
just like, okay, I'll just wash my own cups, clear the dishes, all that. It's just a natural move that we want to do after having our meals.
yeah,
But sometimes it's hard, because some partners are just not domestic. Yeah. So no
yeah,
matter how much the doula actually encourage all that, they will just do one time. After that, they get edgy,
yeah,
or yeah. And then if they have
yeah,
other family members, like their mom or their aunts, are around, of course, naturally, they will also ask us, like, what are other things that we need to feed them, the nutrition value, so that's where a doula role is to step in and just give them a list of nutrition during the confinement, and it's up to them
mm,
whether they want to do it, because different culture has different practices. Yeah.
Mm.
So I had a hard time actually when I was in Australia, because the clients are all not so Malay, and then
Mm.
they're coming from different countries, and then some of them are not locals, as in Australian locals, all that. So I have to actually personalize and study what when I had my first talk with them, like my first consultation with them. I would actually ask about their background, their ethnic, what kind of food, and then what are their so-called healthy food, and then I'll try to incorporate it, and then let them know about the nutrition value of each individual vegetables, for example. Yeah, and then the kind of drinks that you can do, all that. Yeah. So
Mm.
and then some of them say that they couldn't shower, touch water. This is very common. But I will try to make it a little bit more neutral and holistic, saying that
Mhm.
when you actually had a warm shower, it actually
Right.
soothes your hormones. So that's where the mother actually felt more relaxed and actually helped with the production of breast milk. Okay.
Right.
So
Yeah. You have to tweak lah, a little bit, like
absolutely.
gently to them, right?
But of course,
Yeah, gently to them.
there should be a evidence base, that I have
Yes.
to capture solely by
Yeah.
what I understand. Yeah.
Correct.
So base is also very important. Yeah, so you need to know about how the hormones actually works as well, and I have to explain to
Mm.
them that hormones actually like change every 24 hours for women. So this is something that not everybody know, which I only recently
Mm.
know, like when I step into the doula profession. Otherwise, I wouldn't know that. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. No wonder we have women have like within 24 hours we can actually change our moods, all that. So it's because of that. Yeah. So certain foods actually
Oh.
support hormones movement in the body, and then the blood flow, all that. Without proper blood flow in the body, and then not enough water, we will also feel very angsty. Okay, and then
Mm.
our brain is not clear enough, it becomes foggy. So that's where depression comes in, stress comes in, and then we are not patient with the baby when we look after the baby. Yeah. Or maybe like
Mm.
you have been planted that okay, you have to lose weight. you know really really lose weight.
Not important
So I think it is important, but it's not the first
for
important
now.
for
Yeah,
now. You have to heal your
for now.
body. Yeah, regenerate your
Betul.
body. And then
Okay, wait, when you say foods that are good for hormones, what are the food? What type of what type of food?
I would say like maybe the natural kind of food. Like you can try kimchi, and then you can try
Oh,
lesser onion but more garlic,
I
and
see.
then ginger, turmeric itself, and then and at the same time maybe a different kind of balanced food. Okay, when I say about hormones, when you actually add up all this food together, it actually
Mm.
stabilizes the hormones movement. It's not
Right.
based on just
Oh.
one particular kind of vegetables or one particular kind of
Mm.
so-called maybe meat, all that. I would say
Mm.
lots of fish actually. It helps with the clarity of mind. Yeah, and then maybe you can reduce your intake of chicken as well. Some of them say during postnatal, chicken is good. Okay,
Mm.
but it depends also on the body. You see, so you cannot give advice on the nutrition like pukul rata
Mm.
semua cannot. Yeah,
Yeah, generic cannot.
generic
Okay.
cannot. Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
very. That's why I say during the consultation, you have to really talk with the clients, with the mom, and then find out about maybe what is her medical trigger, ada eczema ke tidak. All this play a part
Mm.
actually.
Oh, nice. Betul.
Correct.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
nice. Okay, I like that, you speak about getting good nutrition, make sure you are hydrated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to like rewind a bit to the importance of spouse, other than the fact that, okay, a spouse, whether they are domestic or not, but I think it's also about insan, about being, about having empathy for the wife. Here, maybe
Correct.
I wanna bring across to our listeners, for that matter, like,
Uh-huh.
don't ask from your husband's push present or one-time push present, please. It's the
Oh,
little things that count. I really like what you said, and I will
no.
always remember that one time when I was carrying Zeda, yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then my husband saw me and he said, I'm going to sleep late tonight,
Uh-huh.
so you sleep now, because she's going to wake up for milk. So you sleep now. I will take care of her, and then when she needs milk, I'll come back to you. And
Oh,
and
Masya
and
Allah.
that was very heartwarming for me.
Yes,
It
yes,
was a
definitely.
little gesture, but it meant so big. Like, oh my God, I can have 3 solid hours of sleep. And when I woke up, right, I felt very energetic. Macam, give the baby to me. Instead of,
That's
no, you
true.
ambil lah baby ni. No. So I feel like women should also communicate with their husbands before you give
Correct.
birth, like your
Yes.
expectations, lay your
Correct.
expectations, but in a very gentle manner lah, tak nak pushy sangat.
Yes,
Yeah.
communication is very important. Regardless whether
Mm,
it's with your partner ke, with your caregiver ke, your helper ke
mm.
apa, communication is very very important. And then apart from the communication, when you want to do the communication must be done very nicely,
Yeah.
calmly. Yeah, not like
Mm.
macam nak attack all that, and then after that you tak find any solution to it. Yeah. So and then some people
Yeah.
work well with macam how to say they put a roster lah, like okay, you do this morning shift for me. um
Mm,
it can be arranged nicely sebenarnya. Some people don't like to be in that kind of schedule, right? Then but it can be done
mm.
nicely. You just have to talk about
You're
it,
right.
and I think your tone of voice also have to
True.
be mindful of that. Okay. And then
Betul.
at the same time also, uh, I would always, I don't know, but personally for myself, okay, I would feel that I should look after myself and my child as if like I have no other help. But when I have
Mm,
help, it is a bonus. Because this is amanah, you see. So you have to look after your amanah as well. Your body is an amanah, and then your child is also an amanah. Regardless whether you belum ready ke tak ready ke to have a child, but if you understand the concept of how our creator actually want us to look after the younger ones, naturally, right, this depression, this stress ke apa, maybe can reduce it lah. Yeah, can reduce it. So that's why I say women have to be certain and empower themselves before anybody else empower themselves. Yeah, that is very very important, because we most of us have daughters of our own, you see. Okay, we are not talking about kita punya future daughter-in-law ke apa ke, that one will be long, right? Tapi kita, most of us have our own daughter. Okay, so if you are strong enough, don't have to be very wow lah kan, tapi kalau you show that you do the you walk the talk, is it how they say, you walk the talk, and then I think your daughter will see you as someone strong, you see, and they will also follow, mungkin tak 100%, but they know that, okay, this is how it is. I shouldn't depend too much 100% on other people, on other support system. Yes, support system is very important, but you have to support yourself. You have to know
lovely.
when to get the right support, you see, because this world is just not about yes, you live with a community, you live in a nucleus of family, okay, but it's not forever. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's about you. Yeah, it's about you. Okay. So I
Oh,
think this is very important. This is very important for women to actually not to be so dominant, tapi to understand that why you need to know that you can do it yourself. You can be independent. You can be certain of what decision that you do. But if you have a support system, that will be a bonus. Then Alhamdulillah, you see,
yes.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it needs to start from you within. You need to embrace and then enjoy this
Correct.
motherhood that has been entrusted to you by Allah.
Yes, yes, that's true.
This
That's true.
is this is lovely. This is such a lovely takeaway. Uh, Malini, this is very valuable
Thank you.
because it really has opened up my perspective as well. Yeah, then you have to bask in it lah,
Correct. Yeah.
this motherhood, it's not thrown at you, but is given, is entrusted to you by Allah.
Sometimes
Yeah, so
people
I think, mashallah.
yeah, sometimes people are saying that like I know like there are some opinions saying that, oh no, you shouldn't be alone, you're not alone in this world. You
Mm,
get the help that you wanted. Yes, it's true, you get the help that you wanted, but that doesn't mean that you need to be weak. Okay,
yeah,
you need to
agree.
know first that you need to stand up for yourself first. So when you get
Mm,
the extra help, you know how to juggle with it, you
that's
know how
right.
to maneuver it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it has to start
Mm.
from you lah. Yeah, it has to start from you. Correct. Yeah.
Nice. This is wonderful. Thank you so much, Malini. Now, you have a lot of advices as well for mummies. And like for me, I can only give an advice in the capacity of scalp and hair care lah for mums. Because new mums, they are always very worried about postnatal hair fall. And you
Correct.
already mentioned that kita punya hormones ni imbalance, can be way off, sometimes can be on track kan. So
True.
maybe
True.
here I also want to let mummies there know that this hair loss is temporary, but you can manage it with the right products. You go to
Correct.
the salon, you get good nutrition, you stay hydrated, mentally you are stable, then everything will be inshallah okay. Am I correct to say that?
Yes, correct. And I want to add, right?
Yeah,
I'm talking about hair,
sure.
right? Actually, right,
Yeah.
during postnatal, right, wash your hair.
Mm.
Wash your hair.
Wash
Seriously.
your hair.
Go if you feel that you got no mood to do it at home, pergi salon. Seriously. Seriously. I
Hmm.
would
Salon
I
mana
would
sis? Salon mana?
Kalista, my favorite.
Ah,
Oh,
tak
me
ada.
too. Me too. My daughter cakap me too.
Betul. Okay, I love that. Okay, okay, Chop. But I like when you said kalau you tak nak cuci kat rumah, go to the salon and wash your hair, because that is also really taking good care of yourself. You will really feel lighter after the salon visit. So I agree with you. Betul. Go on, sis.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, for example, right, apart from the massage that you
Yeah.
are doing during your postnatal, okay, um,
Hmm.
going to hair salon to get your hair done,
Hmm.
it's very good.
Hmm.
Tak payah lah, like, like, oh, tak nak lah, the chemical, that kind of thing. Don't do the dye of hair or that kind of thing. But wash, get a hair massage. It's so good, I tell you. It's so good, okay? And if I can turn back time, like many years ago, if most of my good friends, close friends, someone that I know, like just gave birth, I would want to actually get them a voucher to go to a salon, because this is something that culturally, back then during our time, like 10 years or maybe 15 years ago, like, no, now my eldest is already 21, so maybe 20 years ago lah, right? This is not a norm, you see, like, oh, tak boleh nak kena duduk kat rumah, you don't move out, you don't go out, all that, but you need the sun. You need the sun to ensure that your hormones works better, and then after that your so-called blood flow is actually move the right way lah, move the right way, like nak
Yeah.
kena pergi dekat kepala, it needs all the sun, nak kena pergi kat tangan, but of course janganlah you hujan-hujan you keluar ke apa kan, I mean
Betul.
that is, I
Wow.
mean, you can catch a cold lah, yeah, but go out lah, go out, maybe after the first week ke second week ke apa, just to get your hair done, or if
Right.
let's say someone who love nail polish or that, maybe you can go out, get the nail done, or manicure pedicure.
Yeah.
Kalau tak nak pakai nail
Yeah.
polish pun, just get it done lah. Feel good, feel
Betul.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
feel good. That's great. Hey, I love. Oh my God, I love this. Betul. So now I will take your advice. Kalau sesiapa my client ke yang baru give birth, I will give them a voucher.
Yes.
Because that will push them to go out and yeah lah, be out there lah
Out there.
daripada kemurungan di rumah
Yeah, because
Yeah.
sekarang
Thank you so much.
we have Muslimah salon, right?
Betul.
I mean, yours is
That's
one of
right.
it. So there's no reason, like, oh, tak nak lah, everyone will see me, I look so not so nice during confinement, all that,
Yeah, no, the stylists, I mean, the Pelista stylists, they don't care. They are there to help, to give
Yes.
you a good time. So, yeah, you're right. So, Sis Marlini, thank you so much for being here with us. Okay, in the event, I mean, because I feel that you are such a nurturing person. Now, in the event, if the listeners, who are expecting and they need someone to reach out to, how can they find you?
They can actually just WhatsApp me. Usually, honestly, I'm all right with
Oh,
anybody.
Instagram? Do you are you
Yes,
on? Do you have Instagram? You do, right?
Instagram.
Okay. What is your Instagram
You can
handle?
just type Doula Marlini. Yeah.
Doula Marlini. Okay. All
Yeah. So
right. Thank
that's
you.
lah. Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Nora. Thank you so
Thank-
much for having us.
No problem. Thank you, Isabella. I'll see you and your mommy at the salon soon, inshallah.
Inshallah,
Okay, I will
inshallah.
curl your hair. I will keep that promise, okay? I curl your hair. All right, thank you, sis.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Okay, bye
All
bye.
right.